Hello everyone and welcome to our channel.
In today's video, we're turning our attention to the south end of the strip with a 3-night stay here at Mandalay Bay.
But it doesn't mean that we can't take you, our friends, along for the trip.
So be sure and stick around as we show you everything we can about Mandalay Bay, including their extensive dining options, their popular pool complex, their casino and entertainment.
And don't forget a room tour.
Is Mandalay Bay worth being so far south of the Las Vegas Strip and removed from the rest of the action?
Don't go anywhere because today we are about to find out on this episode of
James and Paul Try It All. Hey there everyone, we just wanted to take a moment to clarify and let you know that we were not compensated by MGM Resorts in any way beyond comps earned through gambling and regular spending, courtesy of the MGM Rewards program. All opinions expressed in this video are our own, based on our experience at the time of our visit. Please remember that your experience may not match ours. In summary, your mileage may vary.
All right, everyone, we just got to Mandalay Bay, but our room isn't ready yet. So we're gonna start off with a nice Mexican brunch at Border Grill. They specialize in an all-you-can-eat small plates brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Let's go check them out. All right, everyone, our first round of small plates has arrived. Now, we decided to just have them bring out whatever off the menu, which is what they do recommend for the all-you-can-eat brunch.
All right, so for my first bite here, we're gonna go with the campechana. This will be shrimp cocktail, house-made clamato, tortilla crunch, avocado bomb, onions, and cilantro. Let's pick this bad boy up. A little on the soggier side. Let's give it a taste. That was a perfect bite. Absolutely perfect. And I love a small bite.
So moving on, what we have is now the birria hash and egg. That is going to be chili braised beef, caramelized onions, peppers, crispy potato, and some scrambled eggs. Birria is one of my favorite things. There's just a nice beefy flavor. You're getting a little bit of that just chili on the back end, but it's not overpowering.
All right, my friends, because things just keep coming out, which I'm perfectly okay with, we're gonna go ahead and move straight on into the breakfast tacos. So this is a flour tortilla with eggs, chorizo, potatoes, poblanos, Oaxacan cheese, salsa fresca, and avocado bomb. That sounds amazing. I love a breakfast taco. I love all those ingredients. This is probably my new favorite brunch in Vegas. I can't even lie, and we've only had half the menu so far. There's nothing wrong with it at all. This is a great option.
We're gonna go ahead and finish off everything else here, maybe order a few more off camera, so stay tuned.
And that, my friends, is just a small look at our delicious brunch. If you'd like to see our full review of Border Grill's all-you-can-eat brunch experience, check out the link in the description of this video.
Now, one of our favorite things here at Mandalay Bay is the Shark Reef Aquarium. You know, we just love an aquarium. Inside, you can find Komodo dragons, sharks, and a whole bunch of other awesome sea life. Now, we have a full video about the Shark Reef Aquarium where we take you through on a tour. Link will be provided in the description, but check it out on the channel. Now on to more Mandalay Bay.
Let me start by saying that we love Mandalay Bay's casino. At over 140,000 square feet, the casino has an abundance of games to choose from without ever feeling crowded or cramped. That being said, it's still a casino on the strip, so you should absolutely expect 000 roulette, 6 to 5 blackjack, and higher minimum bets on table games, often beginning at $25. If that doesn't bother you, then we wish you luck. If you're more of a slot jockey, we're happy to say that we've had some decent luck when hitting up the slot machines. Due to the timing of our stay being before its grand opening, we were not able to check out Swingers for ourselves. However, Travel Ruby has a great video covering her visit, and we highly encourage you to check it out at the link in the description of this video. Big thanks go out to Travel Ruby for allowing us to use some of her footage. We sincerely appreciate it. Mandalay Bay features an incredible amount of dining options, and while we wish that we could cover them all for you, that's just not possible. Some notable names that we could not feature include Orla, Chef Michael Mina's new Mediterranean concept, Kumi, a Japanese restaurant known for combining East Asian ingredients with Korean flavors, Libertine Social, a self-proclaimed next-generation gastropub, and for those seeking a Vegas steakhouse experience, you'll find Michael Mina's Strip Steak. Seriously, this guy's all over MGM properties. If you can't start your day without your Starbies, or just really need a coffee and don't care where you get it, Mandalay Bay has got you covered with several Starbucks locations. Mandalay Bay also features the Michelob ULTRA Arena, where you can catch a live performance. Now it's time for the part of the video that we know you've been waiting for, the room tour. Let's come on in. Immediately upon entry, we've got a nice big wide mirror for making sure that you are looking presentable before going out to the Las Vegas Strip. Frankly, as someone who's trying to look good for being on camera, I want to make sure that I look as presentable as possible, and I know that's going to be important to a lot of you as well. Beyond that, immediately to my right, we've got this interesting piece of art that's kind of in this little inlaid. It looks really cool, adds a little bit of character to the room immediately upon entry. As always, we're going to now move on to my favorite part of a room tour. Let's check out the bathroom. Welcome to our bathroom. Now, immediately to my right, we've got a nice, big, sizable soaking tub. Definitely not a two-person, but easily one person can be very comfortable in this. I know I'm looking forward to using that later. To my left, we've got a nice, big vanity countertop with 2 sinks, big backlit mirror. Again, great for making sure that you're looking presentable, doing makeup. We also have a little shaving mirror right here, makeup mirror, what have you. No light on that. Sometimes, they'll come with a light, but I don't really need that, so I'll be okay. Down below, we've got some extra washcloths, your hair dryer, body lotion and hand wash, couple glasses just in case you need them. Not a huge walk-in shower, but definitely big enough for one person. Shower head's kind of low, so if you're on the taller side, just keep that in mind. Now here we've got our water closet. Fairly standard, nothing too crazy special. We've got your toilet. Let's give it a flush. A solid flush on the toilet there to flush away any solids. And that, my friends, is our bathroom. Let's check out the rest of the room. Immediately outside of the bathroom, we have matching closets on either side. Now, I have to say that's a really nice touch. I like that Paul and I can each have our own respective closet to separate our clothes. And then the cool thing that I noticed is when you open the doors, it lights up. There's a nice light there so you can see all your stuff and pick out what you want to wear. Once you close it, the light turns off. And you have its twin right over here. In here, you will find your ironing board, your iron, and your in-room safe. Turning our attention over this way, we've got a nice little work desk here, big comfy chair. Actually, that looks very comfy. I'm gonna give it a quick little sit. Yeah, that's a fairly comfy work desk. Nice sizable TV with a good assortment of channels. We're very happy to see it's not just extremely basic cable like some MGM properties. I think we've mentioned in other videos before, I'm a big fan of having Cartoon Network available because A, I like to fall asleep to Adult Swim, and B, I like to watch cartoons in the morning. We've got some fairly sizable drawers to store your goods in, and then you have your dreaded mini bar. We already took a peek. It's full of, your standard stuff, little nippy bottles of like Jack Daniels and Tito's vodka and Pepsi and Sorry, whatever the heck it is now. But we would rather just get stuff elsewhere because frankly, I don't want to pay $12 for a can of Pepsi. Some more stuff up top, nuts, chocolates, Pringles, a lover's kit, some coffee, some Fiji that's been sitting there so long the water is evaporating. And then it looks like a little Keurig coffee maker. So if you bring little pods, it looks like that is a good option to have there. I've never actually used one of these, so I really don't even know quite how they work. 2 lovely little chairs for sitting, relaxing, watching TV. All in all, a very well appointed room. And now we've got our bed. It's a nice king size bed. Let's go ahead and give it a test. Oh, God, that feels great right now. I'm so tired. It's been a day already. This is a very comfy bed. It's definitely on the softer side. It's very, very plush. Pillows are soft. Paul's gonna like this. I like a firmer mattress. I find there's more support on my back, but I'm sure I'm gonna sleep just nicely. Nightstands have matching lamps on either side with a little outlet just in case you need to plug in your phone, other devices. There is only one outlet on each side though, so if you have multiple devices, you will have to use outlets in other parts of the room. Nice big drawers, a little more storage space down below. Again, nothing crazy, but just places to store your stuff. Last but not least, we're gonna show you our view. Now we have a standard room here. However, the view is still isn't bad. We've got a view of Allegiant Stadium. Allegiant Stadium and, the freeway. So we've got a view of Allegiant Stadium parking lot and lots of cars. Nothing super amazing. It's no strip view. It's no pool view, but it's still a view. And I look forward to popping these blinds open once the sun has gone down completely and it's dark and we're going to bed. All in all, friends, that's our room here at Mandalay Bay. I think it looks extremely comfortable. I can't wait to stay here for the next 3 nights. And I know for some other Vegas content creators and some friends, this is a favorite resort of a lot of people, and I'm excited to see if it'll be one of mine too. On that note, don't go anywhere. Our video's nowhere near done. We've got so much more to show you because it's only night 1. That being said, we are going to reconvene maybe tomorrow morning because ultimately we are filming a video off property tonight. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you tomorrow.
The next morning.
Good morning, everyone. All right, so it's still fairly early here. We just woke up, but we've gotten dressed. We are exhausted, a little hungover, a little hoarse, if you can't tell already. It was a late night for us. So we're gonna start the day just by taking it a little easy. So why don't you join us as we head to one of our absolute favorite places here at Mandalay Bay for a little breakfast and maybe a breakfast cocktail or drink. You ready to do this?
I am as ready as we're gonna be.
Right. Boy, do I feel like death warmed over this morning. Last night when we came back, or after we came back, I went to go grab some ice. There was some drunk guy walking around the halls, holding a box of pizza, like at his side, like tipped over like this.
Oh my God, like, so he's holding it vertical.
Yeah. He's like, just keeps like looking at like different rooms, trying to figure out what to do. And I'm like, I mean, it is a Raiders home game this weekend, so that could be something. I'm just looking forward to having kind of a chill, relaxing day. We're gonna go get some tasty breakfast. We're gonna go to the pool. You know, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I've always wanted to check out the Mandalay Bay pool.
They have a lazy river.
I can't wait for the lazy river. I'm actually really looking forward to this because we don't normally get to repeat much on this channel. And folks, if you haven't seen our full review of Re-Raw on the channel, we highly encourage checking that out. We'll throw that in the description.
I do know there's at least going to be a Guinness.
Yes, there has to be a breakfast
There
Guinness.
has to be a. I'm not pounding mine though. I'm just going to sip.
I never noticed that. They have the toucans.
I never noticed the toucans either.
How are you today?
Pretty good, and you?
A little hungover, but other than that, hanging in there.
It's okay. Came to the right spot.
It's one of our favorites.
There is nothing wrong with a breakfast Guinness. But that being said, I'm excited for our food to come out. Stay tuned. We'll have more food coming out.
Now, as I think I mentioned earlier, we may be slightly hungover. There was a lot of drinking last night for another video. That being said, I went with Bloody Mary. Breakfast of Champions right here. Re-Raw makes an amazing Bloody Mary. It's so robust, it's so spicy, so flavorful. I freaking love it. What a great way to start my meal.
Now, obviously you cannot hear it, but they're playing Irish jig music. That is the perfect way to start your morning. This is one of my favorite breakfasts here. Obviously you have the little bit of the sausage, just as good as I remember it. Now, the one unique thing that I love about this Irish breakfast is the black and the white pudding. Let's take a little bit of the white pudding here. Oh my God. Let's take the black pudding. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste. It's one of my favorite things. I'm surprised we don't eat more of it here in the US. Almost reminds me of a rich sausage. What we did not show on the last time was the Irish soda bread. You can get this option as a toast. Let's give this Irish soda bread a taste. The outside's nice and crispy. Inside of the bread is soft, delightful. As with last time, I enjoyed these beans. The beans are just as good as last time.
You know, I'm trying something a little different than the last time we were here. I've got the breakfast box tea, which is gonna be scrambled eggs, Irish bangers, red peppers, cheddar cheese, hollandaise sauce in a potato crepe with some breakfast potatoes on the side and some tomatoes. Let's dive in. That's like a warm little hug. It's so delicious. The eggs are fluffy and light. The bangers are seasoned perfectly. Cheese is perfectly melted. Hollandaise is nice and creamy and tangy. This is wonderful. You know that feeling when you just kind of feel like garbage in the morning and you get that first bite of food and instantly you start to perk up? That's what this is doing right now. I highly recommend checking it out.
Now we're gonna go ahead and finish up our breakfast here at Re-Raw. I just need to start feeling a little better after last night, so stay tuned. We'll be back with more.
Alrighty folks, now that we've wrapped up breakfast and we've taken a little stop at the Guinness store, to scope out some potential souvenirs that we might want to bring home. It's now time for us to head back to the room. We're gonna get changed into our pool stuff, and then we're gonna go catch some sun and a little bit of water fun.
5 minutes later.
So would you believe that we went and bought tubes on Amazon before we came here to the Mandalay Bay? Because you bring your own tubes for the lazy river, but for $25 each on Amazon, we're gonna see how they fare.
Now we have heard that they will inflate your tubes for you, so we're gonna find out.
I sure hope so. Worst case scenario, if they don't have a way to inflate these, I'm just gonna use my good old fashioned lungs and air. Oh, now we should probably start getting dressed and go to the pool.
I mean, I'm dressed. It's time to go to the pool. Get dressed.
Can you imagine if we made our own commercials and ad bits? The amount of creativity that we can come up with.
Yes. Yes, I can.
Like,
Are you ready to go to the pool?
I am ready for the pool.
We want to take a moment to express our sincere gratitude to Perrine Hoffbauer and Jim Phelan for their recent generous donations to the channel through the YouTube Super Thanks feature. It means the world to us to have fans like you. The money is going right back into making more videos. Hi everyone, we really hope you're enjoying today's video. If you are, be sure and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring that cute little bell icon for notifications. Each week we're going to bring you more Las Vegas hotel reviews, attraction reviews, restaurant reviews, and a whole lot more. And on Sundays we've got our weekly Slot Play series, Slot Play Sunday. Both videos released at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate you, we love you, and it means the world to us.
I will say, best investment, the $25 on these tubes on Amazon. These are like water park size.
I know, I'm actually back, I'm not even, this lazy river's got some force to it too. It's not even that lazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just kind of jetting down, all right. Whee! So Mandalay Bay's pool is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day, at least during pool season. The lazy river's not a huge one, but we just went through one full lap, probably about 2-3 minutes or so, 4 minutes. It's nice. The water's cool and refreshing. It was a little chilly getting in, but once you're in, at least up to the nipples, it wasn't bad. There's some waterfalls to really cool you off, which we just went through. Thank God for GoPros being waterproof, at least in the current casing we've got in. Other than that, we're gonna probably enjoy the lazy river for a little bit. Then we're gonna go check out the wave pool, and then maybe even go find an overpriced chicken Caesar wrap or a cheeseburger at the snack bar or something like that. And I say that as a joke. I mean, I'm fully prepared to just spend the Vegas upcharge. I'm not even complaining at that. I just get it because that's how they get you. It's like going to Disneyland. You're gonna pay more for more for food at Disneyland than you would pay for it right outside the park, and they know that. They know that people will pay it. You're paying for that convenience.
5 minutes later.
So one thing to note, you can bring your own tubes for the lazy river, but you cannot bring them into the wave pool.
And we did confirm that there is an inflation station that you can fill up your tubes with.
There is an inflation station by the lazy river that you can fill up your tubes at.
I really am loving Mandalay Bay. I'm really starting to understand why Travel Ruby loved this property so much. It was a regular destination of hers before she started her channel. So it's a great resort. So we have wrapped up a few rounds on the lazy river, and I think it's time to get some brewskis. So we're gonna head over to the bar.
A few moments later.
We got our bucket of beers, 5 Dos Equis for $50, which honestly, I can't even complain. I don't think that's a bad price for pool bar prices. So we got a nice little cup of wine here too. They were kind of to hook us up. We're gonna head back to our chairs and then pop one of these bad boys open each and head back into the pool.
Ooh, this pool area is slippery.
It is a wee bit slippery.
Yeah, make sure to take some caution when walking around this pool area if you are barefoot. It is slippery. Oh, I will say this pool is actually a lot warmer than the lazy river. I'm actually okay with this.
I'm having a pretty good time. I think it's a very lovely pool complex. It's not too crazy crowded. Kids are relatively respectful. Pretty chill right now. There's not there's music playing, but it's not like thumping, pumping music. It doesn't give that beach club vibe. It's just kind of, fun water park type vibe. And that's what I'm here for. I've got a crisp, cold Dos Equis, my favorite Mexican lager.
Yes.
I also love a beer. I
I do too.
That's something you don't get at water parks, at least not at home. Like,
No.
do any of our water parks sell beer? I don't
No,
think
they do not. No, they do not. They are all very family friendly and they do not sell beer. You know, they need to have like a 21 plus adult water park with
water
slides,
slides.
with water slides, fun pools, lots of alcohol. We haven't even gotten to the wave pool yet.
And this is just one of the
This
pools.
is just one of the pools.
Because there's like an East Lagoon and a West Lagoon. This water feels amazing. It's really crisp, really cool. It's a little rough getting in, I can't even lie. But once you get to the nipples, it's fine. Like, this is just really refreshing, really enjoyable.
I will say this is kind of growing on me. You know, the more that I'm getting in here, the more that I'm enjoying it, it is growing on me a bit. That being said, I've never been one for pools, but I am enjoying myself. And I am a little cold. Oh.
See how good that feels once you're in there?
Yeah. Oh, I just got a wave.
Yep.
I just got a wave. Oh my God. Okay.
I would personally choose Mandalay Beach over any of the day clubs. Hands down.
Oh yeah.
I don't need some fancy DJ, playing music. This is quiet, peaceful, and fun. The water is gorgeous. I still maintain, I think the pool bar prices are reasonable for pool bar prices on the Las Vegas Strip. Weirdly enough, I've noticed that MGM properties have better pool bar prices.
Up here comes a bigger wave. Woo! Oh, now that's fun. But again, these waves are just nice and chill. I love the vibe that it's going for.
A few minutes later.
Alrighty, everyone, after spending more time at the Mandalay Beach than we have at any other Las Vegas pool, we decided it was time for a little snackle. So we came to the grill here to grab some nachos, which we got chili added to them, and some chicken tenders and fries. Seems like some great poolside snacks. I'm gonna go in for one of these little tendies here. We got some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I'm gonna give it a little dunky dunk. It's a chicken dinner. It is nothing to write home about. But if you're a picky eater or you're just feeling some fried chicken and some french fries, solid option.
So now I'm gonna go ahead and try these nachos. Now, we decided to add some chili on top of them, so let's go ahead and get a little dunk. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest, it's just basic nachos, nothing special. Here's the thing, it's a pool bar. We know what we're coming here for, we know what we're getting, and it's just what we need after being out there by the pool. So when it comes down to it, I can't complain.
1 hour later.
All right, everyone, we just got back to our room here at the Mandalay Bay, and if you haven't noticed already, I think I turned into a little bit of a lobster. Make sure to wear sunblock. Wear a shirt in the pool if you have to, or a floppy hat. So let's just say you live, you learn, and then you Las Vegas. We'll definitely be getting ready for dinner tonight, but yeah, I'm dumb.
Alrighty guys, we're gonna go ahead and take the long elevator ride up to the top Mandalay Bay. All right, let's do this. At least it's not a glass elevator, thank God.
Oh, we're up to 60, 61.
Oh, there goes the ears.
Oh.
Foundation room. Since by now we've already featured this footage of the Foundation Room in 2 other videos on our channelversary, and its own dedicated episode, we won't make you sit through all that again. Long story short, we had a fabulous meal, delicious cocktails, and a romantic evening with beautiful views of the Las Vegas Strip. If you'd like to see our full experience, check out the link in the description of this episode.
The next morning.
All right, everyone, it is day 3 here at Mandalay Bay. We just got up. We're gonna go downstairs and see if we can find ourselves some breakfast. Stay tuned.
So originally we were going to hit up the Seabreeze Cafe, which offers a very standard breakfast fare, but we decided it's our last full day here in Vegas. We wanted something a little bit more interesting, so we're going to go ahead and hit up the House of Blues for a little breakfast action. Let's check them out.
All right, everyone, so we just got sat down here at the House of Blues at the Mandalay Bay, and I must say, this looks to be a much better option than what Seabreeze Cafe was offering. No offense to them, their breakfast did look a little basic, but I ordered myself a country skillet, and James got himself the chicken biscuit sandwich, so we're gonna wait for our little entrees to come out, but let's start off with some coffee. Stay tuned, we'll show you a little bit of what our breakfast has to offer.
As always, I've gone with my trifecta of beverages to hydrate, caffeinate, and inebriate. And of course, I had to go with a Bloody Mary because you know me, I love my Bloody Marys. I can't say no, especially when in Vegas. Let's give it a little tasty taste. That's a solid Bloody Mary. No complaints. Very standard. Could be a tad spicier. Let's make it a tad spicier. Boop, boop, just a scotch. Oh, that's perfect.
So our breakfast has just arrived. Now, obviously, I look like death today. It's day 3, but I am gonna go ahead and dig in. Now, I decided to go with the country skillet. It's got all my favorite components to it. It has what they call the Cajun potatoes, some gravy, little bits of crumbled bacon, cheddar cheese, and it's topped with 2 eggs sunny side up. Now, you can have your eggs cooked to order. I just always go with them sunny side up. Let's dig into that skillet. Oh, there's a lot of bacon, just kind of hidden right in the middle. Let's take a bite. Okay, now that just hits the spot. The Cajun potatoes have a nice little, not too much of a heat, but a little kick, just to know it's there. The gravy is just adds the extra fatty element that you want in a breakfast skillet. You're getting the taste of the egg, the bacon. This just hits the spot right now. It's exactly what I need to start off our 3rd day here at Mandalay Bay.
Alrighty, everyone. Tonight I've got the chicken biscuit sandwich. Comes with a little side of sawmill gravy as well, plus some watermelon and pineapple with some chamoy and tahini. And you know us Southwesterners, we love our spicy fruits. So that's a nice little selling point for me. I also added a side of a couple sunny side up eggs because frankly I want something a little bit more. But let's go ahead and try the sandwich. Pick this guy up here. Look that's a hefty sandwich. That is a hefty sandwich right there. Chicken feels nice and crisp. Biscuit feels super soft. Let's give it a dunk. Let's go in for a bite. Absolutely delightful. The biscuit, it's a little on the dry side, but it is soft and buttery and just cloud-like. Melts in your mouth. I don't think the dunking works too well, so I think what I'm gonna do is probably just do a little smear from going forward here. But normally, gotta be honest, I always order sunny side up eggs when I don't have toast to dip it in. So I should have ordered these like over medium. A solid fried egg. Nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, forgot. Gotta have a little bit of fruit. Oh, I love fresh pineapple with chamoy and tahini. Symphony of flavors. Let's try the watermelon now. I do kind of wish it wasn't served still with the rind. The watermelon's okay. It's no longer watermelon season, so I'm okay with that. The pineapple is quite good though, very fresh. All in all, I'm pretty impressed with House of Blues breakfast. Rhythm and Riffs, sponsored by Michelob ULTRA, is a fun open-air lounge that often features live performers who specialize in jazz and the blues. For those looking for some live music without a cover charge, this spot can be a lot of fun. Bob Marley Hope Road is an upcoming entertainment experience that is now set to open in 2025. According to MGM Resorts, it will offer guests 2 distinct experiences, an immersive walkthrough by day and powerful live performances at night.
Later that night.
Well, friends, I have to say, I am beat. It has been an exhausting last 3 days, but more importantly, it's been an exhausting 6 days. While we've only been here at Mandalay Bay for 3 days, we did have a few other hotel stays earlier on this trip. That all being said, we actually have canceled our dinner reservations tonight that we were gonna go eat at Flanker Sports Kitchen because it's Monday Night Football. I really wanted to go enjoy a little sports ball and eat some tasty Wagyu smash burgers, but I can't lie, I'm exhausted. Paul's not feeling well. We're just beat. We're drained. The sun's been killing us. So that being said, we're gonna do what we preach to you folks all the time, and we're gonna listen to our bodies. So instead, we are gonna have a little in-room pizza party here from Slice of Vegas, courtesy of Slice of Vegas, located at the shops at Mandalay Place. Now you may have seen them featured in our Trying Every Pizza Slice counter on the Las Vegas Strip and downtown, part 2. So we got a tasty chicken parm pizza, and then we've got what's called the Italian Stallion, which is basically a Italian hoagie on a pizza, and I'm very excited about that one. We're gonna top off the night with a little lush time in the bathtub because we still haven't taken advantage of that beautiful bathtub here in our room. If you stay at Mandalay Bay, we highly encourage going to the shops at Mandalay Place, go into Lush, get yourself some bubble bath or some bath bombs, and take advantage of that tub and relax, because that's what we're doing tonight. However, we're still not done. Before we depart tomorrow, we are going to go have breakfast at Citizens, so stay tuned. The video's not quite over yet. We got a little bit more to show you. followed by our final thoughts on Mandalay Bay.
The following day,
Good morning, friends. Now, before we wrap up our stay here at Mandalay Bay, which has been fantastic, we're gonna grab one last bite to eat with a little breakfast at Citizens Kitchen and Bar. So come along, let's see what they've got to offer.
Wow, can I just say wow? When it comes down to what we ordered for our entrees, Citizens does not skimp on these portions. So what I decided to go with was the ultimate breakfast. You have your 2 eggs, your choice of meat, your potatoes, and a small side of pancakes. Now for your breakfast meat, you have your choice of bacon sausage, chicken sausage. However, we noticed that there was ham on the menu. Let's go ahead and give that ham a taste. That's quite delightful. Let's start with these potatoes here. Perfect chunks of potato. Let's give them a taste. Those are definitely home fries. They taste like home fries, they're not bad. So moving on, we've got the star of this plate, and that's gonna be the breakfast pancakes here. They also bring out a bottle of syrup. Can we just appreciate how amazing this little glass bottle looks? Let's go ahead and pour that syrup on the pancakes. Now that we've properly served these pancakes, let's dig in. Light, fluffy, your standard buttermilk pancakes. I am enjoying this quite a bit. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to James while he shows you this massive hunk of a chicken fried steak that is sitting on his plate.
Okay, friends, I'm excited. Holy butts, this is a ginormous country fried steak covered in so much country gravy. And I added a little poached egg. I had the option to get more. It doesn't come with eggs, but I decided I want one poached egg today. So we got one here, but for now, let's go in raw and give it a shot. Now that cuts beautifully. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Nice little crispy coating. Let's give it a bite. That is delightful. Absolutely delightful. And now, for the piece de resistance, I'm gonna slide my little poached egg here, right on top. Oh no! There we go. You didn't see that. Let's give it a little breaky bake. Yes. Oh, that's the stuff that breakfast dreams are made of. Okay, here we go. That just sends it through the stratosphere. I love it. I love a runny egg with a country fried steak. I would already, hands down, recommend coming to Citizens Kitchen and Bar, and I know I'll be back. We found Citizens Kitchen and Bar to be an excellent choice for a classic American breakfast. Now, if you'd like to see our full review on it, you know where to find that link in the description of this video. Alrighty, friends, the time has come. It has been a lovely 3-night stay here at Mandalay Bay. I'm sad to say it's over.
Yeah.
As much as I'm looking forward to going home, it always brings a little tear to my eye whenever we have to leave.
It does, it does. This was a really good property.
Let's talk about the room.
The room was spacious. I am definitely gonna say the bathroom itself, nicer than when we stayed at MGM Grand.
I'd say of all the MGM properties that we've stayed at, this probably is my favorite MGM property. Now, we have stayed at MGM Grand, we've stayed at Excalibur, we've stayed at New York. We tried to stay at Luxor. Of all the hotels we've done a review of, this has been my favorite.
I will agree with that. Now, I will say it depends on who you are as a traveler and whether this is going to be right for you.
Right.
Main reason is location.
Yes. What is important to you when you go to Vegas? Mandalay Bay is the furthest hotel on south on the Strip. You are kind of removed from everything else. Don't get me wrong. There are trams to Luxor and Excalibur. It's easy to walk to Luxor. Once you get to Excalibur, you can easily get to New York and MGM Grand. It's fairly easy as long as you don't have any mobility issues. Yeah. But you are kind of removed from the action.
Which, if you are the type of traveler that wants a more quiet hotel, this is the property for you.
Right, and I didn't ever feel like I was missing out being center strip. I don't need that craziness. I don't need to be right in the heart of the action for me personally, because everything I could want in a Vegas stay is here on property.
Yep. And that brings me to the other perk of staying here, Mandalay Bay Beach.
Mandalay Beach, oh man, that's a selling point just by itself.
Yeah, that's a sell. Like, I would book the hotel here just for that. Casino is lovely. There's a lot of space between machines. You don't feel like you're crammed in.
All right, and the ceilings are high.
The ceilings are high. Now, one thing I will say about the casino, and we always advocate this on the channel, 6-5 blackjack, 000 roulette. They're horrible games. Do not play them.
Right. Admittedly, Mandalay Bay's table games may not be the most player-friendly.
No. Now, I will also say, as a sports hotel, they do get a lot of high demand with sports, which also means your table minimums might be a little bit higher. We saw at one point the craps table started at a $25 minimum. However, during the sports games on Sundays and Monday, it was up to a $50 minimum.
Yep.
So
and those Raiders fans were still rolling dice.
Oh, yeah. And the table was full, too.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, if you want to play, that's up to you and your budget.
We'll stick to playing craps downtown. I just want to say, I also want to just point out
Staff.
that the staff is always very friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Like,
helpful
even
in our experience.
In our experience. At the front desk, they even had somebody else helping the line.
Yes.
You don't see that at other properties.
I love that MGM seems to do a pretty darn good job of keeping their front desk staffed a little bit more efficiently than other properties on the strip. I would say that Mandalay Bay is a fantastic option if you are looking for a upscale luxury stay without necessarily prices that you would find at places like Bellagio, Cosmo,
or Aria. So I think overall, like, for what you're getting here, it is an excellent value.
Absolutely.
Now, you will still often occasionally find some pretty higher rates on this property.
Yes.
Especially during football season, because they are the closest property to Allegiant Stadium.
On that note, I think it's time to go ahead and wrap up today's video. So, folks, if you did enjoy this review of Mandalay Bay, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell icon for notifications whenever a new episode of James and Paul Try It All is released every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Each week, we're going to continue to bring you more hotel reviews, more restaurant reviews, more attraction reviews, and a whole lot more from Las Vegas and beyond. That all being said, I think it's time to say goodbye. So until next week, we sincerely hope you have a great one. Bye.
I have an annuity and I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth.
877 cash now.
Only reason I missed cable is Cartoon Network and
The J.G. Wentworth commercial.
I say kooky commercials.
You don't get that stuff on YouTube unless you make them yourself.